with the way that it's set up, you literally are given everything on a silver platter.
That month, which was January, 14K in commissions just with that brand, and then the rest got me like just under 20.
How much did you make month 2?
That was like 21. I broke down like sobbing.
So wait, you started sobbing when he told you the number?
Yeah, I know I couldn't breathe. Like I was
That's
literally
crazy.
hyperventilating. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And now it just keeps happening and happening.
Yeah, February, I think I did like 24. I remember
20 in January, 24 in February.
Yeah.
Total for those it's like 85.
85K.
So then March did 31.
Stacking bread. Bread. Alrighty. I've got absolutely nothing planned for this. I was kind of just laughing at myself for that, but that's the best way to do these, you know? I'm here with Kyle and Lauren. You guys have already met Lauren if you've watched some of my other interviews, but of course, she's progressed a lot, and it's funny because every interview we do, we always have to redo it, I feel like, because everyone just progresses so quickly in Creators Corner. But, you know, these are two of my students. I'd say they're definitely in the upper echelon, just crushing it, just the type of people everybody wants in their group, so I'm very grateful they came to mine. They both have their own stories. It's a shame you can't see the Creators Corner sign in here, but they've flown out to Miami. We've had a blast the last few days, fucking around, doing different stuff, eating a lot of food. So, Kyle, you guys are both from the same hometown. What's the story on how this started again? I forget. Who introduced who?
I introduced Lauren.
What happened with Creators Corner? How did you find Creators Corner?
So, not to go too in depth, I was running a company with Lauren's brother Nick in Charlotte.
Who's here, by the way, we've been doing all this stuff with.
Yeah.
Honorary member.
Yeah. So we had a business in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I knew towards the end of the summer that I was going to be like leaving and trying to pursue something else. So towards the end of that, like probably in like August, working towards September, found you on Twitter. That was the first place I ever saw you was Twitter.
Okay.
And actually, you know what's funny is when I first found you, you didn't even have Creators Corner, I don't think, but then you had that tweet where you were like, I'm making a big shift. Do you remember when you tweeted that?
Yes.
And I saw that and I was like, that's kind of like perfect timing. So it didn't actually, like, I waited till I got back to Myrtle Beach, which is where we're both from and live, after I was done with kind of like that business.
Yep.
And that was when I booked a call and did it. And then I think my call was maybe October 9th. I got...
Maybe just randomly specific.
Maybe October 9th.
Yeah.
It was October 9th. I don't know why I remember
Like
that. It was actually like 11, but... and then I think something was going on, and then so I enrolled actually like a week and a half or 2 weeks later, and then actually started the beginning of November.
Yeah, I remember when you joined, bro.
Yeah.
Because you had kind of an interesting story with the whole like personal brand stuff you had.
Yeah, it was because it was completely different. Like I felt like most people in Creators Corner, it was kind of like failed dropshippers or people who wanted to get into dropshipping.
Early on, that was everyone.
Yeah. So I definitely didn't really fit that archetype. I had never done anything with e-com.
Right.
But just kind of wanted to learn.
Done content before though, because I remember you got pretty big retainers right away. And then how to get to her?
So I just when I started doing well with it, Lauren was like, I'll let you tell more about it, but basically just not like super happy with her job. And I was telling Nick, and then I was like, this is right up Lauren's alley. So I don't know if I personally told you about it.
What do you remember him telling you?
I just remember you were like, dude, like, you can make so much money with this, like, and it's legit, like, because, like, I had never, like, gotten into the whole, like, joining a course, doing that kind of stuff, like, I just feel like I'm, like, have been naive in the past, and I was like, I just don't want to mess with it.
But you went to college.
Whoops.
Worst course of all time.
The original scam.
Yeah.
Like anything that like I just trust his judgment, knowing that he had also been in that space and just in general. So like when he was like, yeah, like you need to look into this, I was like, oh, like it just was like a no-brainer because of like your like credibility with it.
Right. That's really the best way to fucking have a product. You know, it's crazy. Sure. You see it on a micro level of like how the web continues because your homie's now in it too.
Yeah.
Another homie's in it. That's like how the web continues. But what do you remember him telling you that made you like jump over the edge though? Was it like the guarantee? Was it the fucking retainers? Was it the get paid to learn? Like what was it?
Honestly, kind of just like you can't fail at this. Because I was kind of nervous. I was like, I know I would like doing this, but I was like, I don't know if I'm cut out for it. I don't know the logistics. I don't know the details. It's like with the way that it's set up, like you literally are given everything on a silver platter, and like even if you aren't necessarily like the best at it, you're still gonna succeed, and it's like,
right. You're still gonna get paid. You're saying,
absolutely,
right?
yeah,
the whole time.
Exactly. And I was just like, why not? Like there was no negatives. Like when I was looking at it, I was like, I don't see anything why this could go badly.
Right.
And it just proved itself.
Right. And so now we've come far to where it's a kind of funny place where you guys are both made damn near the exact same amount last month, $30,000, which by the way, as always, is in the bank account. We're not talking some shit that hit the stripe.
Yeah.
And we had to pay out some people, some like big deal. Do you guys send everything to your regular bank account? Straight up, or do you guys have like a business bank?
I have an LLC. It's the same bank, but
Okay.
2 separate accounts. Just like personal checking, business checking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Business.
Just that, and then like I put most of it in a savings account.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, just straight $30K to the bank account last month, which is like crazy money for like so early on.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go next with that. Like I feel like this weekend I've asked you guys so many questions in general, but thinking about the average person, what was that? They're gonna ask stuff like, how long does it take? So like, what was your journey like from joining Creators Corner? With you, by the way, had no experience when you joined at all.
None.
You
No.
basically had none.
Yeah, not with this.
Basically, not a lot of products. You had absolutely none. So what was it from zero to hero?
In terms of like making content.
Yeah, timing. What was that journey like? What were the steps? Like I know, like you know, with Kyle, it started off with he had some other clients. He did decent for them, but then you know the one that we're not gonna say brand names, but sunflower seeds more or less.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, honestly, he wouldn't care. Shout out to Smacking Sunflower
he would
Seeds.
not at all.
Go to client.
Mhm.
We just try to keep some of that stuff wraps, just because, like you know, there's no benefit to
Right.
you know them hearing about it. You'll see once you're in. But that was like your big breakthrough, right? And that's typically how it goes. You had a big breakthrough with one of our brands.
Yeah.
So like, what was that zero? Like, what was your first 2 months like?
Oh my gosh.
Crazy to look back at now, but yeah.
It's so wild. Like, I think at first, like, one of my first accounts, I actually got really lucky in the sense of, like, I had a really successful video from the jump with my first client.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, like, the first video did well. So just from the beginning, I had kind of that boost of, like, okay, this really works. Like,
right, which is not going to be typical, though, but, you know.
No, yeah. But it definitely, like, showed me personally that I could do it, like, even seeing other people. And so I kind of carried that, like, that energy just kind of kept me going. And yeah, I had the one big brand that when that hit, that was month 2. And from then on, it just literally translated to my other brands.
Right,
Taking that and seeing what I can do, like, it literally
that
just,
was
like,
month
brought
2?
me along.
And how much did you make month 2?
That was like 21, 22.
Yo, that's
Because
fun
first,
money.
like, full, like, or second full month, though.
Yeah.
So, like, but still, yeah.
That's funny money.
No, it's ridiculous. When you sent me, because you were like, oh, do you want to know?
Yeah.
I was with my dad and my friend, and I literally was, like, I broke down, like, sobbing.
Really?
Like, I was
Wait, before you knew?
No,
No,
when you told me.
I leaked him, so like basically she had gone crazy for this brand. She had done like 100 million views, and that was one of those ones where they give big bonuses.
Yeah.
And wait, was it 100 million that month? No, 60 million. 60. I was gonna say because otherwise it would have been even more.
Yeah.
And you know the bonus was like 15 grand. And I
So
was-
wait, you started sobbing when he told you the number?
Yeah, I know I couldn't breathe. Like, I was
That's
literally
crazy.
hyperventilating. I was just, like, so in shock because, like, you see people talking about it. Like, I see other people doing it with, like, TikTok Shop and everything. But I was like, I didn't know that was possible.
It's like winning the lottery.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then from that, though, I thought, oh, dang, like, yeah, that's amazing. But, like, I'm never going to do that again. Like, that's so rare.
Oh man.
Wrong. And now it just keeps happening and happening. Not, of course, always the same, but, like,
Yeah.
in different ways. It's just, like, realizing that that can be consistent.
Right.
It's, like, the shock.
So that was 3 months ago. When was that 15K bonus?
I got that first week of February.
Holy fuck! That was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That feels like ages ago. I was gonna say
I know.
January.
I was gonna say
December.
I thought it was January.
So.
Wait. No, yeah. That,
Ja-
it was my
January?
January results, which, like...
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
right, totally.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's just, like, I'm a money guy, so January, February, March, how did you make, like, in those quarter ones, you make over, like, 50K?
Like, total from those 3?
Yeah.
Total from those is, like, 85.
85K.
Yeah.
85
technically,
fucking K.
From the beginning, including my first month, it's like I'm at 89 or 90. So like
Wow.
this month.
So this is so good because this is why we have to do follow-ups because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure in our first interview you had just made 15K or something,
Mhm.
just made it,
Yeah.
and I remember telling you like, dude, you're definitely gonna make six figures this year.
You know, you're
Right?
like, as long as you don't like run away, like I'm guaranteeing you're making 100K this year.
Mm-hmm.
Quarter one,
Keep
like yeah,
Keep
like by the end of this month you'll have it
Right.
for sure. I mean, literally
Yeah.
on this trip I've already talked about raising 2 of your retainers, like
Yeah.
literally just from those 2 retainers.
No, it's already there.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, like, yeah, so it's like, I remember telling Xander the same thing where I was like, bro, if you just show up, like, you're gonna make over 100. And it's like, you guys also see now too, 100 grand a year really isn't that much, huh?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, that's something I try to tell y'all, is like, bro, let's definitely shoot for 10K, it's a great first goal.
Yeah.
You know, like, honestly, my first 10K in the bank account was like, changed my life, you know?
Yeah.
But if you stop, like, if you think that that's set, like, you're bugging. And that's what's so beautiful. You can grow so much in this, right? It's not like that's a cap. Like, do you guys feel like you've hit your creator cap or your TikTok
Definitely
cap?
not.
Not at all.
Like definitely like
No.
like not even
Just
half.
getting
Huh?
started.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's really important because it's like, dude, like 100K, like for the lifestyle you want to live in Charlotte and stuff like that, where
Yeah.
you're spending 3K in an apartment, which sounds like it's a really nice apartment.
Yeah.
You want to like, dude, how we've been eating. Like I've been really taking him out to like some true like, you know, Miami experience stuff.
Shout out.
Huh?
Said shout out.
What do you mean?
Like shout out you.
Oh, my pleasure. I mean, like that kind of stuff. Like you see, I was telling you last night, it can get like you deserve that. You know, you should own that.
Mm.
Like you should want that. You should expect that. You know.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, if you want to do that, you gotta make 300K a year.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what you gotta make to really live that comfortably as fuck. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the money starts getting stupid, which you guys are already at, bro. You know, you're at that 300K a year run rate, which is stupid, bro.
No,
That's 5 years out of college if you're crushing it.
Yeah.
With
It's like best of the best case
Yeah.
scenario.
Yes,
Like
yes.
to be real.
like honestly 10 years out of college.
Oh yeah.
And that's with bullshit taxes, like you guys don't deal with it. It sounds like you guys already know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And this is honestly a good time to launch this like sneak peek shit too. You haven't heard too much about Creators Kingdom. Kyle was like inspired me to do this. We're launching an ascension within Creators Corner of Creators Kingdom, where it's like we have all these creators that just crush it, and you've seen them kind of disappear, like Layla,
Yeah.
Max. Like I mean, they're still in the group. You'll still see them
For
around,
sure.
or like Z. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
All these, honestly, all the interview kids, even Sydney, like where it's
Yeah.
just like they're kind of doing their own thing. They're chilling. You know, they've got their setup.
For sure.
I want to re-engage all these people, bro, and the resources that we're giving basic like new people is going to be different than killers, right? Because I'm
Yeah.
already thinking
Right.
about you guys. Like the advice I'm giving you is different than an average person in the program. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like let's talk your taxes.
Yeah.
Let's set you up financial planning, bro. Let's
Yeah.
set you up with how to live life comfortably and like do fun things, where to put your money.
Yeah.
Like let's talk about better deals, higher percentages. Let's talk about bonus structure. Let's talk about like making relations with your brands for long term, partnering on brands, investing in brands, like all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
We are going to run this shit the fuck up. Like these interviews, I have a feeling are going to be like the start ones. How I was like my best ones were like 10K months.
Yeah.
Now it's like the average is kind of becoming like these 30K months.
Uh-huh.
I want the average to be 50, 60, because that's like life gets like that's like almost like fuck you money at your age, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How old are you guys, by the way?
I'm 21.
21.
23.
Right, same age as me.
Yep.
Crazy shit. So Kingdom, both you guys are gonna be in, and we're gonna run this shit up.
So
Let's
good.
do it.
And I'm hyped as fuck. So Kyle, now,
Yeah.
talk about your ascension, your progress.
You want like month by month?
Yeah, I want a month by
Okay,
month.
cool.
He can break this shit down. He's organized.
So when I came in, like first real month was basically just retainers. Because this was pre TikTok Shop, and TikTok Shop was really what like kind of helped me get off the ground. So I think my retainers probably had 4 brands. So I was like, I think I made like 3 or 4K. the first
Real
month.
quick, this is great because you barely have done anything on TikTok Shop, right?
Yeah, I just want to count
Right, and like
like once.
that was a small percentage of the income you made.
Oh yeah, like.
So she made almost 100 grand completely off TikTok Shop, and I think this is what separates Creators Corner from like all these other little gurus in this space, bro. Is like
Mhm.
I was making kids like this much money before TikTok Shop was even a thing,
Yeah.
Right.
and it's like you can't be fully reliant on this because obviously you made money on this. Break it down in a second,
Yeah.
but I just want to like make that distinction. This is great. One non TikTok Shop, one TikTok Shop.
Right.
Different styles of
Yeah.
content. It appeals to. That's why way more people can get results.
Right.
So TikTok Shop made 3-4K your first month.
Yeah, and then second month was pretty much the same. It was like 4K.
Is that mostly retainers?
Just retainers.
Okay.
I seriously don't think I got $1 in commissions until January.
Did that affect your confidence at all?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like
What kept you grounded then?
to be honest, like just the fact that I committed to it. Like
Okay.
there wasn't much like tangibly other than that was keeping me consistent. And then January was when I kind of turned the corner because it was easy like to be able to like New Year type stuff.
Mhm.
And I remember that was when I first like when I was only on like 4K for retainers, like basically journaled.
Still solid though.
Yeah,
4K,
yeah, so good.
4K a month.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
But I journaled like the goal was to get to 7K in retainers and then make the rest to get to 15K in commissions.
Mm.
So get to 15K a month, 7K retainers, 8K commissions.
Great goal.
And then literally like 2 weeks later was when the one brand popped.
Mm-hmm.
And
Shout out Cole.
Yeah, really.
Shout out
and
Cole.
then that month, which was January, I did 14K in commissions just with that brand, and then the rest got me like just under 20.
Okay, so you did 14K in January.
In
And on just commissions.
yeah, I did almost 20. In total.
Okay. What was that? What was that like?
It was awesome. But the other thing about it though was like I didn't know that it was going to be sustainable because it was
I remember that, yeah.
it was brand new, and I was like I want to like take advantage of this while it's still here. But like I need to figure out how to get other stuff in place.
Both of those things you said, where you said you were worried about it being sustainable, and you worried about if you're going to repeat your success,
Yeah.
inspired every fucking buddy says this shit, bro.
Right.
And I get it. Like you don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You have to see it sometimes, but that's why I made that mindset video about like bro, you just have to trust that and so much of this shit is unfortunate. Like, you just gotta really trust that I know what I'm fucking doing.
Yeah.
And if you trust, you'll be fine. It's like, bro, I'm telling you, if you just show up exactly the way you have been, it'll just keep happening,
Yeah.
and it gets better. It gets
Uh-huh.
better. So like, you just were like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. I guess all the other people in the group probably helped too, right? Like, what helps you stay like, all right, like I'm gonna be okay, like I'm gonna.
Well, that was when I booked my call with you.
Right.
Yeah, and
a
that
lot, like only 2 students have ever done that.
Really?
Like paid for a consulting call.
That's kind of
one-on-one.
crazy. But that, because I remember that was basically like, well, first I was like, I just asked you if I could book a call, and you were like, well, like let me know what it is first. Probably because you didn't want me to book a whole call for like one question. But then
Yeah.
I sent you just this paragraph of
I was
like,
like, great.
all these different things, and you were like, yeah, book a call. So,
Yeah.
and it was basically just like,
And
what-
I'll
what
never
I
make
do
you
here.
pay for in my life, bro. Anywhere in this world, I will never make someone pay for something that I don't think they get value out of.
Yeah.
Remember I told you, I was like,
Yeah.
you're paying me this $300 fucking bucks at the time. Now it's like I
You said
charge,
we're
I
at
charge
100
way
bucks.
more. But it's like I was like, I promise you will get 10x value out of this. Just fucking
Yeah.
book the call. And you're like that.
Uh-huh. And
What
so
did we
that-
talk about on that call?
Well, I remember basically my questions were just like, where do I go from here? Like, what should I do as far as creating, like, there was probably some stuff about, like, what I should charge and whatnot, but really it was just, like, next steps. Like, what do I do next? And sentiment being, like, just stay consistent with it. Keep leaning on, like, the coaches and whatnot in the community. And then it was shortly after that that I started in management. So then February was my first month of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, February I think I did like 24.
Beautiful.
So
I
I remember
20 in January, 24 in February.
yeah, and I remember at the end of January, I messaged you and I was like, I don't want to get a plaque because I think I'm gonna do 30 in February,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't hit it, but then I did in March.
Bang!
Nice.
Can you just get a
Spoiler.
fucking plaque? Get another fucking plaque.
Yeah.
Come on.
So
Just get
then
the plaque.
so then March did 31.
Bang!
April probably be similar.
Okay, fire.
Yeah.
Man, stacking bread. Stacking fucking bread.
Mhm.
So, management, you're a management student. So, honestly, now I don't really like talking about the management stuff because, like, I remember, just so you guys can see that I followed through on my word too, like, that was something I teased on one of my first interviews with Xander because I was like,
Yep.
Xander would be money for that. Do you remember that?
I do
A
remember.
bunch of people messaged me about it, you know? But it's just like, it's something that I can't scale, you know? It's like, you have a couple management clients.
Yeah.
You're not like an official management student.
Yeah.
It's just tough because like there's only so many brands, and then like
Yeah.
when the new brands go or like when old brands cut, you guys can take all the new ones, like you guys can all handle it, you know? So it's like no way I could have 100 management students.
No.
What the fuck, like it wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
So it's like very invite only, but thankfully Kingdom's gonna solve that problem of like the ascension, because like we need that. We need a way to separate and feel like people have something to work towards, right?
Right.
That was a problem in Creators Corner before.
Mm-hmm.
With management though, you guys got lucky enough to do it, especially you, like you're fully in it. Like how has that affected your thing? Management, by the way, is basically like the graduate program. You come in and you go to the side of like basically become a mini me of hiring creators for these brands and serving these brands as like almost like a mini agency.
Right.
Right. So how has it been for you?
It's been great, primarily because in a lot of ways, I was gonna say you can turn off, but I wouldn't quite say that. It's just like you don't burn out like your creative ability when you're managing. It's a lot of just like handling creators and brands, like back end stuff, which I like.
It's much more
like,
responsibility and like timeliness than it is like like a ton of work.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
You know.
And in addition to that, it's really good as far as like the consistency part, because with creators, like retainers can only go up so high. Unless you're like a Lauren or like a Sydney or like somebody like that who like literally just charging like
just throwing
charging like
in a similar category was crazy.
I'm just saying as far as retainers for creating, like it doesn't.
No. Honestly, it's like if you're that good, you're just gonna make the money off the percentage on the rest. You know?
Exactly.
So.
But with management, retainers, like if you get 3-4 management clients, like
they can get
like
big.
I did, and you have like a decent, like. Now, like I have like 13 or 14, like basically close to 15K in just retainers. So like the amount of security you have with that,
right?
Knowing that it's sustainable.
And I can tell which people are gonna enjoy that. That's like part of my choosing process when it comes to the graduate thing. Is like, even if kid would have been a perfect fit, but he doesn't really need that security.
Yeah.
Like if someone lives on their own and they're like full in on this, they're trying to do this as their career. Like those are like you two.
Yeah.
I knew you guys were gonna be like a good fit for it because I know that was something I liked. As I was like, I can pick up. I know I'm gonna get these 3-4K retainers for the next 3 months. Like I know I have 10K a month coming in at least.
Yeah.
So 15K a month on retainers is fucking lit.
Yeah.
You know, because then it also makes your job like, for some people, like I think the notion of like strictly affiliate can be very stressful, right?
For sure.
No other program does this kind of stuff. At least like with our level of clients and like the amount of pay with retainers, bro. Everyone's like mostly affiliate discords.
Yeah.
It's very stressful though. It's like your account goes down, you're done.
Exactly.
You know, your account goes down, you're done. Your views aren't hitting. Okay, bye. Like you're not eating. Like it's like
no, exactly.
like you need to pay the rent, bro. It's a fucking retainers pay the rent. Like it's got to happen. And it's like that can give people a lot of clarity. It's just on steroids with management, you know?
Yeah.
Because like you're about to literally have on these 2 deals between. I guess one of them's a creator deal, but I'll fucking just the management deal.
Yeah.
The 2 then.
Yeah.
The 2, 7.5K, right?
That's crazy.
You know, just on that. That's like probably how much you spend in a month on like if you're going crazy, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's probably like a little way too high.
Now you guys gotta live more though.
Yeah.
You know.
I think
you guys gotta
like
live more though. But okay, I'll keep interrupting you, bro. So the management shit, like, so you had 15K coming in, and then you picked up one thing that you got really lucky on. Doesn't always work out this way. You got to manage your best client.
That was great.
That when you can make that happen, that's like fucking god level because you're crushing for them.
Yeah, and it's also really good because creators come in with like kind of a default level of respect because like, you are like at the time I was the top creator and now I'm like still top 3, so like they know that I know what I'm talking about with that brand. There's no like like weird feelings towards it. Like I'm not creating, I don't know what it's like.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like leading from the front, and I like that dynamic. It works well.
Same thing with you, actually. Funny enough.
Yeah, that's true.
I was kind of nervous at first, and I was like, "Wait, I know exactly what I'm doing." And like my first entire review ever was just like, "No, like that was amazing." Like,
And one thing about management that'll really do, like, I haven't been a creator in like almost 2 years now. For a year and a half. I mean, I'm still doing all like my content shit, but like regardless, bro, even when I wasn't, it was crazy that I knew more at like when I was like teaching, running my groups, because than I did when I was creating, because bro, how in depth you have to go and how much data you see, bro.
Yeah.
Like dude, nobody will ever fuck with me because of how much data. Like you guys see my messages and shit, like it's stupid. How many fucking DMs I get and shit like that. But like. Think about all that on just every day for the last 2.5 years of just like I'm seeing fucking 20 TikToks a day.
Yep.
I'm seeing every single back end of the brand. I'm seeing every single back end of the creator. I'm seeing all this shit. Like at that point I just have, you still have to be a creator first.
Yeah.
You know, that's very key. Like, I still have to do 250 million views first and do it with my own 2 hands. But after that, bro, you guys see on the management side, like, you guys, if you didn't start as creators, it would have been hard.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what you do.
But now you're seeing, like, oh my fucking God, bro. Like, I've said, oh, this person does it like that. And then you start combining it with this person. And you're like, oh, well, this person fucked up there. And they turn it around with this. And so, like, you have all this historical shit. And you start speaking the language.
Yeah.
Right? It's not even like this, like, knowledge. It's a language.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's something, like, a very, like, slept on part of, like, back-end management.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And it's helping me create better now too, because I'm still creating for that brand. So like I get to see all of it, see what's working, and then give that to other people to use, and like I can still apply it to mine too.
Right,
So it's,
right,
like,
totally.
it's so helpful.
That's fucking awesome. I like that you guys both still create too.
Mhm.
You guys feel like that plays a part in, like, how you guys are as managers?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Because it's like, I think having the relatability to who we're helping also helps. Like, I know how it is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if stuff is like not hitting and we're like, oh, we're trying to find new angles, like, I have empathy for them. And like, it just, I think it makes it more personal.
Totally.
And they like respect me more.
And then what's gonna happen is, like, in like maybe like 8 months to 12 months, like around a year, you guys will burn out as creators. You guys, and then like that's exactly what happened to me. Like, I was a creator for 2 fucking years. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like eventually you'll just burn out.
Yeah.
And then you'll just be so good at hiring them under you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't ever need to do it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it changes so fast, like TikTok does. So, like,
Yeah.
still being in the weeds as a creator, like, you're feeling it also.
Yeah, it's
Whereas,
great.
like, when you're a manager, like, if you don't create for a month, like, it's weird to say, but, like, you kind of don't know what's going on.
Really?
Like, because
You
you're
felt
not.
that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
I've
And-
never
and-
felt that, though. Maybe it's just because all my students, but
Yeah, and probably the amount of, like, stuff you're reviewing also.
yeah. No,
Like-
because I catch a lot of the trends that I put on
Of course.
to creators before they do it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also because, okay, then there's another side of it, right? Like, there's one thing with data, then there's another thing with, like, mass trends, too, that I've seen, like, right? Where it's like, I've been doing this so long, I've seen also, like, you know, trend styles have died and it's moved to slides, and slides haven't died ever, bro. Like, slides
Mhm.
honestly have been one of the fucking longest lasting ones.
Yeah, they just
Um,
evolve.
And then I watched Talking Head arise, you know, and I watched AI arise and kind of swindle, but it's still kind of alive, but not really. And then it's like, you know, all these different levels of shit. There's also like some Tide stuff you see,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then like, bro, in Spanish, you know, like,
Yeah.
bro, like I don't know if you guys were on that Top Shelf call where I was like, fucking, I'm telling you, Spanish Talking Head is next,
Yeah.
and then like 2 months later, that's how Luis got big,
Yep.
you know. So-
There's like to the point where like people who don't know a lick of Spanish are finding ways to do
no, it's so goated.
Yeah.
It's so goated. But you guys aren't doing any of that on your campaign, are you? Like, for Smash?
I mean, we have a couple Spanish creators, but honestly, like,
I don't think it's
we
the
don't
right brand
need
fit.
it.
Yeah, it's also not the right
Yeah.
brand fit. But yeah, last thing, I feel like you guys want to talk a little bit about your trip to Miami, how that's been.
Yeah.
How's it been being out here?
It's been crazy. Definitely like, well, I wasn't even originally gonna come, and then it worked out. So I was like so excited to even get to come, but it's just been amazing. Like, one, getting to meet you, and actually like we've talked and stuff, but like actually getting to like hang and like just seeing like all the potential there is for like future things of just like. It kind of like took me out of like my comfort zone of like I'm like seeing, I'm like, oh wow, like I can like do these things, like I can go out like out to nice dinners and like, you know what I mean?
Shout out Creators Corner though.
No.
Shout out Creators Corner. Just been good. Sponsored the weekend.
Yeah.
Sponsored the weekend. No, totally though. That's great. You know, I really hope every student gets to like experience what you guys experience. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
obviously it's a invite only thing. You know, I'm not like telling every student to come do this, but obviously that would just be a full-time job.
Yeah.
But you know, at some point, like if we build a relationship, which you guys have done a really good job of, by the way. You know, like not everyone's gonna like follow through, be someone I respect. You know, like in terms of like as a student being grateful, never being problematic, like all that kind of stuff. Like you guys crush it with that. You know?
Appreciate that.
And now we're out here having fun. What have we done though? Like what kind of shit have we done out here?
Well, the very first thing that happened, which was honestly like it was so nerve wracking because we were flying into Fort Lauderdale and like we're just like you know like in the travel headspace and we're like talking about getting an Uber and stuff, and then you're just like don't call an Uber, I'll be there in half an hour. And you pick us up in the Urus, and that was just honestly surreal because it's interesting like the the perception of you that you have of somebody when you only know them online, which is
Right.
crazy because I felt like I knew you well even before I came here because we like talked a good bit, for months just online, but like being able to meet you in person and like connect even just outside of like work. Like I unfortunately just got dusted in Mario Kart, but good
cooked his ass.
good bonding. But yeah, so we got picked up. That was the first thing we did. We got to eat first.
Took you to Oho.
Yeah, we went to go get lunch. That place is amazing.
Yeah.
So that was, you put us on hard there.
Day of the life. Hopefully we'll get finished.
Yep.
We'll post that. It should be heater.
And then the next day we went to probably what you would say is what, the nicest restaurant in Miami?
No, it's not the nicest, but I think it's the best restaurant in Miami.
Yeah.
You know, right on the
looks
water.
Amazing.
We're doing the CC meetup in person there, Sea Spice.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
You know, ran up the tab. It was great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You know, I have to show you, like, honestly, that's exactly how I do it. Like, I don't know if you guys felt this, but I really try to, like, be exactly how I am online in person.
You are.
Yeah.
I really, like, try to be exactly like that. Like, I try to have absolutely no discrepancy.
Uh-huh.
The only thing with maybe TikTok, it's hard to, like, do that in, like, 10 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
No, for sure.
But as far as, like, in the group on calls, like, I'm, like, usually exactly like this.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like, let's do it right, you know, like, everything. Like, honestly, like, it was just good timing, too. I had a lot of time. We done hella shit.
Yeah, I'll just let you tell that story.
Lauren also
Yes,
bought my
ma'am.
old car, the Audi, which you haven't even seen yet.
No.
No, but they drove it. And something happened with this fucking trucking driver that was shipping it to her in South Carolina. The driver needed money from the fucking dispatch, and the driver stole it and kept it hostage. Like, legitimately, like, one of the stupidest, craziest stories I've ever fucking heard. Like, it was actually crazy. Like, this shit was stolen.
It was unreal.
That shit was stolen. We pulled out the cops trying to tell us it's not stolen.
The picture
Yeah, that
of
was
it on that truck
crazy.
just like completely barricaded it. I was like, that's
cinder blocked
crazy.
in. We pulled up. It was like, it felt like a fucking movie.
It
honestly.
did. It felt like a
Really
movie.
fucking movie. And we're here, this cop is like, I don't know if she was amazing or if she was kind of evil at first, you know, like,
Yeah.
she hated us but liked us, like, it was crazy. By then, she loved us.
Yeah, it was weird. She just had weird energy, but like she got the job done.
She got the job done. Then somehow the driver who had been ghosting me for like a week picks up to the cops, and she's like, get your ass here!
Yeah.
She's like, it's the police!
Yeah. And she had like a strong accent. It was funny,
and pulls up, somehow get this car back, but it was like a 4-hour day with Kyle, you know, that's the real bonding shit.
For
you know?
sure, yeah.
Those are the stories we're going to remember in 5 years, you know. Woofed, came home, and now we're filming a video, so.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys got a full Miami experience for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Full. He drove the Urus.
So unreal. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Drove around the block, but
So cool.
yeah, any last words for someone out there who might be watching? Like, I know you guys definitely inspire some people.
Yeah.
Anything you say to like someone out there who's grinding, thinking about being a creator?
Yeah, I mean, it's a redundant thing to say, but I think it's the most important, which is, like, if you do commit to it and you follow through, you can't fail. Just because of the system of you guys, spoon-feeding clients and the information needed to do really well, even if you didn't do well for clients. Like, just because you have the backbone of retainers, you'll make your money back. So if what's holding you back is a big, I don't know what the price will be at the time of this, but
a few thousand
that you invest, like, you need to think of it as an investment in yourself and not an expense, because if you commit to it and even if you don't like it, which is I don't think anybody comes in, hates it, and then quits.
No.
But like
No chargebacks ever.
Going through it with the thought in mind of like, even if I don't want to do this, I'll make my money back in a few months. Like, there's no risk. And
right.
The upside is it can change your life.
Exactly. Like, just off of that, like, absolutely no questions asked, do it. You really just can't fail. Like, when you see all these stories and like, there's no chance you can fail.
You guys aren't even like outliers, like just outliers. You guys are obviously top students, but like, I feel like when people do these videos, they like cherry pick the 5 students who have done well.
No, yeah.
Like, you guys seen, like, bro, I was telling Kyle this stat and it like blew his mind. I've never had a fucking chargeback in Creators Corner.
Yeah.
Like, I've never had someone. There's one fucking time someone stole a credit card 2 weeks ago. It's the first time ever. Stole some old lady's fucking credit card and ran off. Not even in the program. So I was like, I don't even know if I'll count that, but whatever.
Yeah,
one ever.
Yeah.
Never had, like, every single person comes in and either does everything, succeeds, does everything, makes their money back.
Yep.
Or they just, don't do anything, period. But that's not on me,
No, exactly.
But yeah, like, crazy.
They're literally given everything you need to like succeed, and like you said, this isn't outliers. Like when you go through the chat, everyone posting like huge wins.
Yeah.
Like
Small wins
consistently.
too.
Yeah, and they're still amazing though. Like.
I remember you closing your first deal for a few $100.
Oh yeah, I literally $200.
Huh? $200? That low?
For 3 of them, yeah.
200?
Yes.
Wow.
$600.
Bro, I'm so glad you didn't trip over that though, because
No.
the difference between 200 and 400 is nothing, bro. I hate when people trip over that shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, bro,
One more.
fucking post.
And then
you know?
you do what you need to do, and the next month it went up to 800 and then 1,000 in the same month. It's
But
crazy.
each one.
Yeah.
Each one, exactly. So
Oh,
not 800 total, like, 2,400, 5,000, right from there, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing that's interesting about Creators Corner that's way different from other coaching programs is like you talk a lot about the amount of people who have a lot of success, but like it's also important to not forget that even the bottom of the barrel, people making 2-3K a month.
No,
Exactly.
bottom of the barrel, bro, honestly, are some of the most hyped in the program.
Yeah, like bottom of the barrel in other coaching programs is they're at a deficit because they spent money and haven't made a dime.
Bro,
Yeah.
the bottom of the barrel in some coaching programs is people ruin their lives, dude.
Yeah.
Like fucking people go into debt, and like spend 5,000 to get in a program and have to spend another 5,000. You don't have to spend a fuck dime
No.
once you get past.
No, you don't.
Don't have to spend as long as you are comfortable paying that first payment, bro. Like which we make sure of, you're fine.
Yeah.
So let's end on that note. Fucking great. Thank you guys for coming on.
For sure.
We'll have to do another one in 6 months when you guys are fucking millionaires.
Yeah.
So